That
And,
movie is so gorgeous, and every scene has its own game to it. Every scene is its own movie.
Yeah.
And
sure.
like the scene where with the motorcycle in the middle of the desert, what the fuck are we doing there? And I don't know. Look, the thing with movies like this is sometimes they get you and you're on board, and when they don't, fuck this. But I don't think it's an allegory. I don't think it has an extrapolatable meaning to the rest of the world. It's just what if you took this up? I mean, I don't know how he came up with this story. Like he just wrote The Master, a sick, beautifully realized fantasy of a filmmaker who gets into some kind of a fever when he writes a movie and then executes it with extreme conscientious discipline. I don't think it's trying to say anything. I think it's laying a lot of human observation end to end, and it's creating some fantasy. To me, it's not about homoerotic. It's about sexual. They are confused about the difference between friendship, love, and sex, and fatherhood, and all these things. They put them all into each other.
Right.
And they're just linked in a way that they can't be pulled apart from each other. It's like a love affair between a block of ice and a hyena. It's like, Why are they connected? But saying homoerotic is like saying there's chemistry between a man and a woman in a movie. It's insignificant. I mean, the movie is a mess of energy and feeling and love and deranged sadism. And I mean, the guy's making gasoline potions and poisoning people. It's insane. I've never seen anything like it. That movie is mystifying. I love it. I love it. But when we're this close on an anamorphic, lens, beautiful shot of his face watching the guy take off on the motorcycle forever and ever and ever, and we're just watching his face change when he's realizing he's not coming back. It's such a strange scene, and I was like I couldn't. That movie just washed over me. Basically, L. Ron Hubbard on a ship, his which he did. That was his life. He had a navy of crazy, and that they become pals, and then everything just rattles until there's just the bolts are coming off. But it's serene. The movie's serene. It's slick. The movie's like a Calvin Klein ad. It's so beautifully shot, and Philip is incredible, and Joaquin is incredible in an opposite way. I mean, that's it. I can't find that in my brain, and I can't recognize it in anyone else's. That's what sets PTA apart for me. No one else was going to make. Why the make that movie?
I always wonder, is hell like organized? Is it clear where you're supposed to go? Is there like a schedule to your damnation? Sir, please don't. I know I'm the only one that hears it, but this guys, really, I'm so close to finishing the show, and when you talk, I hear it in my ear, and it fucks up my timing, and it makes my job hard. So could you not talk during my act, please? It's only 10 more minutes. I am talking. I'm looking right in your face. Why would I be talking? Do you share eyes with another person?
Last thing you can do is share hair.
What's that?
Last thing you can do is share hair.
The last thing I could do is share hair. That is the heckle I have ever heard in my life. That is the dumbest thing any human being has ever said to me in my entire life. One time I was walking down the street in New York and this guy walked up to me and went, "Boo!" And that made a lot more sense than that heckle. The last thing I could do is share hair. Why didn't you just say you're bald and ugly? That would have made it was a weird way around the baldness. Wait a minute, he said share, so I'm gonna say hair. You can't share hair. It's the last thing you can do. That's how little hair you have. Alright, good luck with that, sir. Good luck with that. Whatever you're gonna do.
I pull my pants up.
You'd pull your pants up? If you were me, you would pull your pants up. That now just became the dumbest thing anybody ever said to me. This is remarkable. You're like Mark McGuire breaking a record and then taking it to the next level. That was amazing.
You don't have an act planned?
What's that? I don't have an act planned? I've been doing my act for 40 minutes, you daft cunt. What the are you talking about? I don't have an act planned. I've been trying to do it, but you're in my ear. I asked so nicely for you to be quiet. Really nicely. It's only 10 minutes left. It's hardly worth it. People hate you. People that don't know you hate you. That can't feel very good. All right, let's take the hostility down. I'm sorry I called you a daft cunt. I really am. I'm seriously sorry. I don't like talking like that to nobody. I'm not sorry, sir, that I said your words were dumb, because they were. That doesn't make you a bad person. It just makes you odd. All right. I like this energy. This is interesting. Let me I swear to God, the next thing I'm going to do is funny. So just watch it. You'll miss the show. You could go anywhere and talk to your friends. What's that?
Then do it.
Okay. I will.
Aaron Jackson, laugh about.
What's that? What's that, sweetheart? What'd you say?
I think Aaron Jackson was absolutely wonderful.
That's great. So do I. Let's give Aaron a nice round of applause. He's a funny comedian. Weird. Positive thing in the middle of all that shit. You're not funny. You're no good. But I happen to think that Elton John's very talented.
Hey, I bet you got a redhead teddy nipple too.
You bet I have a redheaded teddy nipple? Alright. Are they leaving? Alright, good. That's good. Alright, sir. Hope you're,
Maryland representing. You look like the 18th hole in Hagerstown, man. That's all I can say.
none of these things.
Turn around and let everybody represent. Get out, redneck.
Sir? Turn around. I just want to know how that fucking works. Like, I just turn around and let everyone represent. All right, everybody, come on, everybody represent. Everybody represent. Thank you. That was excellent advice. All right. I don't know. It happens. People get excited. They get upset. I think they were just ashamed because they realized they were hurting the show, and I told them in a very unfunny way, and they're just like, they felt ashamed, so they decided to be rude. People is so weird. Okay. I was in the hotel checking in. I had another weird run-in with a strange person. And it was this kid. He was 8 years old. And he's standing there. Really... This just happened the other day, so I don't know if it's really funny, but I was standing, waiting to check in, and there's this kid, and he's like, just like, he's retarded. I don't know what, he's just really up. Whatever the way is that he's up, he's going like, and the whole thing. And I'm trying to be a good citizen and liberal and just looking straight ahead. That's what you do, right? You go, I don't see that. You have to pretend that ain't there. Oh, it's just a child going, okay, I have no problem. And then he notices me and starts being like retarded at me. He's going like, and I'm like, fuck, please don't. And I got sweat pouring down my back because I don't want to see reacting. Nobody wants. And then all of a sudden his father, who's standing there, goes, Johnny, cut it out. And he goes, sorry. He's fine. Nothing wrong with him. Perfectly normal. Little mother. Fucking pick him right in his little tiny nuts.
Life is short. Life is very short. I like life. I like it. I feel like even if it ends up being short, I got lucky to have it, because life is an amazing gift when you think about what you get with a basic life. Not even a particularly lucky life, or a healthy life, if you have a life, here's your boilerplate deal with life. This is basic cable, what you get when you get life. You get to be on Earth. First of all, oh my God, what a location. This is Earth, and for trillions of miles in every direction, it sucks so bad. It's so that your eyes bolt out of your head because it sucks so bad. You get to be on Earth and look at shit, as long as you're not blind or whatever it is. You get to be here. You get to eat food. You get to put bacon in your mouth. I mean, when you have bacon in your mouth, it doesn't matter who's president or anything. You just, Every time I'm eating bacon, I think I could die right now, and I mean it. That's how good life is. You get to fuck. That's free if you're smart. That comes with. That's part of the deal. Where else are you gonna get that deal? You get to put your in there and go in and out. Pretty good. And if you're a woman, you get to just lay back and just have it just shoving in and out of you awkwardly. Anytime you want. Anytime you want. If you're a gay man, you get to just fill your boyfriend's ass with your just fill it all the way to the balls. And it's nice and warm and tight in there. And he's your buddy. If you're a lesbian, you get to do all the stuff they're doing. And, it's a great deal. You get to eat, you get to fuck, you get to read To Kill a Mockingbird. It's a great life. I don't know, when guys come, they like to talk about it. We like to tell you. I remember one time I was with this woman, and we were having sex for the first time. It was our first time together. It was also our last time, but I didn't know at the time that it was going to be our last time. You don't know it's going to be your last time till some time goes by, and you're like, yeah, I guess that was it. It's rare that you know while you're doing it. And she's like, I'm not doing this again. Like, while you're just so you know, this is definitely the last time. I completely regret this right now. That's a bad kind of a the kind that turns into a rape halfway through. Anyway, I was with this woman. We're having sex, and I was gonna come, and I felt like talking about it. But it was our first time together, so I was a little hesitant. You know, when you're with somebody a bunch of times and you're in love, then you just go, baby, I gotta come! Shit! I gotta fucking... Just let it out. But I didn't really know her, so I was like, I'm probably gonna... It's probably gonna come. I just feel like it's coming. It's most likely. She's like, what? What? No, I just think I probably coming. Gonna. Okay, I get it. Go ahead. Because I'm back there. That's why she's got to. I'm back there. I'm always back there. So they don't see me crying. I get a little paranoid having sex with a woman from behind because you don't know what's really going on. Can't see her face. I don't know how she completely feels. The whole time she might be like...
Vagina. I used to think it was called a vagina.
Construction worker.
I did because I grew up in Boston.
And I drink beer and I get
And I don't know if you are familiar with, people call it the Boston accent. It's not an accent. It's a whole city of people saying most words wrong. It's just a stupidity in a massive region. Because my teachers, they teach you to talk like that. My teacher, I had a teacher named Miss Doherty, but she thought her name was Miss Doherty.
And all the nerds
She mispronounced her own name.
studied for years and like,
Miss Doherty.
than us. It's
And she gave us sex ed. It was 5th grade. We had sex ed with Miss Doherty. And she's showing us the diagram. She's like, this is a penis.
Remember Good Will Hunting? Of course, right?
And this is a vagina.
Well, he plays a very complicated young
Now,
man.
during intercourse, the man ejaculates sperm
It's
up into the vagina.
fucking insane.
And then
It only
later,
makes sense if he wrote it for
fucking
himself to
baby.
be the guy.
comes out of the vagina.
It's the worst example of that in the movie.
Sometimes it's retarded. This was the 70s. Teachers said retarded in Boston in the 70s. My daughter's retarded. She used to tell us every day. I have a daughter and she's mentally retarded. She's 35 and she lives in my house. She better be f***ing retarded. I'm gonna stick her back up in my vagina. So I thought it was called a vagina until I was like 25. And I remember thinking it was like it's a vagina. It's like a thing that vagines, you know? Like you use it to I got a vagina in my driveway. I don't know, like, just got to vagina this new table I just made. That would make a nice table. Like you make a new table and then you take the 80 grid paper and you sand it, and then 120, and then you go, all right, honey, get up there. And she just... It's like an old, like one of those Danish tables, or like a, ooh, nice old Italian table. This table is very smooth because my wife have a very juicy boozy, and she vagina the table. And my family, we do this for generations, and we vagina. All right.
My daughter was having a dance thing at her school. They had this big dance. Anyway, we all went, all the parents, and everybody's there, and everybody's got their phone. Every single parent. It was an amazing thing to watch, because kids are dancing, and every parent is standing there like this. Every single person was blocking their vision of their actual child with their phone. And the kids, I went over by the stage, and the kids, there's people holding iPads in front of their faces. It looked like we're all in the witness protection program. Like the kids can't see their parents. And everybody's watching a shitty movie of something that's happening 10 feet. Like, look at your kid. The resolution on the kid is unbelievable. If you just look, it's totally HD. Why are you taping this? You're never gonna watch it. In a million years, you're not gonna watch videos of your kids do you missed the first time it happened. You don't watch it, you just put it on Facebook. Here, you watch it. I wanna take a nap now. And then you get to read all the comments. Oh my God! It's so cute! And guess what? They're not watching it either. They're not watching the video. These kids are dancing for no one. Nobody watches the videos on your Facebook. They see the first frame of a kid and they go, that's very nice. Okay, back to this. Nobody's watching your kids' videos on Facebook, I promise you. I'll prove it to you. Next time you tape your kids dance, take 1 second of it and then add 20 minutes of just your own. Just Go in the bathroom and just record your own anus opening and closing for 20 minutes. Tack it on to your kid dancing for a second. Put that on Facebook. Everybody will write the same thing. That's adorable. I think I see a future star. Don't tape shit on your... Look, I think Trump is more from my world than he is from politics. You know, he's one of us. He's a showbiz guy.
He's an entertainer.
He's an entertainer. So I feel like we're responsible for him.
Yeah, but you know what I hear? I hear this making his way into your routine.
I don't think so. I think I think I said everything I need to say about Donald Trump. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, here's where I felt a little bit bad because a lot of people got mad at me and they said, just shut up. Just shut your mouth. Don't tell me. You know, a lot of times when you say, don't tell me what to think, right? I'm not telling anybody what to think. I'm expressing myself during an election
You're
year.
telling them what you think.
Yeah, that's right. But I did come into their lives through the funny ha-ha door, and then I took a big political serious on their table. So I get being irritated. I get it. I get it. I get why people would be irritated with my having written that. It's not what I do best. It's not what I'm known for. It's not what I'm asked about. You know what I mean? I mean, if you invited somebody to your house because you knew they're really funny and fun, and then they just said all this stuff, you'd be like, what are you doing to me? So I get why people got irritated. It's interesting to me, a lot of liberals got mad because I suggested that maybe conservatives and liberals have equal value and that they should each have a shot at running the government.
Right.
I mean, that's just the way that I was raised. I came from Mexico. When I was a little kid, I lived in Mexico.
Right.
And I remember coming to America and discovering it as a little boy from another country. And the idea of democracy and free speech was just an incredible thing to me. And it's still, I look at it with wide open eyes. I'm very innocent that way. And the way I look at the world is that I feel a certain way about how the way a country should be run, but not everybody feels the way I do. So when there's enough of me to push the election over to our side, we get a president for a while. Yeah. But the other side, who feels differently than I do, they should get an equal shot. Because it's not all my country, it's a lot of people's country. You know what I mean?
Of course I do.
So democracy shouldn't, some people think democracy means I always get things the way I want them. Well, I don't look at it that way.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, democracy means sometimes I'm really frustrated with the way the government works. Then I know it's working right. That's the way I look at it, and I'm in my 40s, and so to me, Obama's a liberal. He's a liberal president. To some people, he's a huge conservative. It depends on how you look at it. Everybody looks at it differently. But I don't think Trump is any of these things. I think Trump is a guy who will dismantle the actual process. That's the only reason I said something. I'm not known for making political statements. I've never done this before. I have no track record of running my mouth politically.
Will you do it again?
No, I probably won't. But the reason I did in this case was because this isn't about I believe in the liberal cause and I want a liberal. It was because this guy feels like he could chuck it all away, and he's even saying he wants to. He's saying he wants to make it that you can sue people for writing something you didn't like. Yeah. You know, it's insane. So anyway, I shouldn't have said even what I said now, but
but you did.
I shouldn't have written it. I'm sorry. I apologize.
You don't mean that.
No, not at all. No.
What the dude?
Louis a weirdo on his show.
You think he's a weirdo?
He's a weirdo in real life.
I know. Yeah, what? But that character on the TV show is a weird guy.
You think?
It's a weirdo. Yeah.
Louis a weirdo.
Weirdo. I love that word.
I don't like that I can relate to him, man.
He's a weirdo.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, I'm a weirdo.
What did he say
Did the
about
motorcycle episode air? E-Rock?
Right.
Was that the first episode?
I probably did, because I think 4 episodes are already gone. So,
and now we could talk about the fact that his ex-wife is black out of nowhere, even though his kids are white. No one wants to talk about this?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. I think we did, didn't we?
No, we
mention it on
didn't
here?
talk about it because no one saw the episodes yet. That was one of our
we
spoilers.
did spill the beans.
In season 3, he's talking to his ex-wife. She's on the phone as Louis is having conversations, and she's black.
Interesting.
Yes.
I don't know why.
Well, that's why I want him in here. I want to talk to him about this stuff. I also want to talk to him about the motorcycle episode because he filmed all over New York on a motorcycle. I want to know how hard that is to do. How do you do that?
Very hard to get like permission.
And then you got to get some people off the road for a little while.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Louis will be in soon, I'm sure.
Louis.
But he was on The Daily Show last night defending Daniel Tosh, and he had a great angle on this whole thing.
I want to hear this.
And so I was in Vermont, and I was watching TV in a hotel room, and Daniel Tosh's show comes on, Tosh.0, and it's making me laugh. It's a funny show. So I wasn't reading the internet at the time because that's how I go on vacation. I really hate the internet, so I just stopped reading it. But I'm watching TV, and Tosh is making me laugh. So I wrote a tweet saying, your show makes me laugh. And then I put it down, and then like 2 days later, I come home and I read these like bloggers and like Hollywood Reporter, Louis C.K. defends Daniel Tosh amid rape joke controversy. I had no idea. He got in trouble for making some jokes about rape.
Whoa, wait a minute. So when he tweeted, he had no idea what was going on? He was just commenting on the show?
That's what he said.
Because I read that tweet, and I just assumed he was sticking up for Daniel Tosh.
Like, hey, I saw your show. Really funny.
Can we find that tweet from Louis C.K.?
He puts the tweet right in the middle of the controversy.
Right, all hell's breaking loose, and he just happens to be... I did not know this. He got me, too. Go to Louis' Twitter. So he's on vacation. He turns off the internet. He has no idea Daniel Tosh did the rape thing, and he's watching the show.
Yeah.
Okay, and said, "Oh, this guy's funny," or "This show's funny," and he tweeted about it. That's great. You got it?
No, it's gone.
What do you mean it's gone?
It's gone.
Well, it goes back a while, probably.
This is June 27th. That was before the controversy.
Damn.
Did you take it down? It's gone.
I wonder what that's all about.
Maybe he explained it.
Sam, comment.
Oh. Yeah, maybe he does explain.
You're up, comment.
For making some jokes about rape, and I didn't know about it. And so I'm a defender of rape. That's what everybody says now. And I've read all this stuff like, shame on you, Louis C.K., and I'll never watch your show. You're a rape apologist. I've been called a rape apologist because I said hi to a guy.
Wow. Yeah, I was tricked by that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that tweet.
Yeah, I thought he was defending him.
Yeah, I did, too. And
which is fine.
And, in his way.
Defend the guy.
This is like a fight between comedians and bloggers, that's where all just hyperbole and garbage comes out of those two places.
Sure.
It's
they are
also
very similar groups.
Yes. Just uneducated, unfettered, just
say whatever pops into your head, like
yeah.
And you do it for hummus.
It's also a fight between comedians and feminists, which are natural enemies. The biggest, easily, because stereotypically speaking, feminists can't take a joke, and stereotypically speaking, and comedians, see, and comedians. And on the other side,
I'm going to have a shopper for you to send you back to Vermont right after the show.
On the other side, comedians can't take criticism. Comedians are big pussies.
Yeah.
And they can't, so to one side you say, if you don't like the jokes, stay out of the comedy clubs. To the other side you say, if you don't like the criticism, stop Googling yourself every 10 seconds. Just nobody's making you read it. It's positive. Good. To me, it's all dialogue is positive.
Wow.
That's good shit, man.
Yeah. Good shit right there, right?
Yeah. You know what it is? A lot of comics were saying stuff about it, and they were the ones that made the most sense. Mm-hmm. I know, a lot of people think, oh, they have an interest in it and stuff for their own line of work. But they were the ones that actually were making sense. The people that were pissed at it, just talking out of pure emotion and sound like
What was Gilbert Gottfried's angle? He had an article yesterday.
Oh, he did?
I didn't read it. I heard it was good.
Yeah, he was tweeting it like crazy. He was very proud of it.
Well, I don't go for his humor either with the whole getting fired from the duck voice for that whole Japanese thing.
Oh, I didn't go for that where the water went all over the people's feet and shoes. I didn't like that.
And also, by the way, he might not have been Slash. I mean, he's got the hat. And I'm not even saying that they fake Slash. I mean, that Slash could have sent you want to do that for me? Yeah, I'll give you $12,000 bucks.
Yeah. No,
Go do it for me.
There's no money in the playing Super Bowl half.
Oh, really?
No,
just
it's just
an honor.
Yeah,
Well,
they
the
pay all
exposure.
expenses and whatnot.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's sort of just like
I didn't
you
know
promote
that.
your thing.
Your
Yeah.
project.
Yeah.
Well, there is a rumor the NFL trying to get you guys together, the actual Guns N' Roses
To
together.
play the halftime.
next
Funniest
year.
thing was my.
Is that a real? I mean, you've heard that rumor by now, right?
Yeah, I heard it in my own house. My wife comes to me. She goes, "Honey, the NFL's trying to get you guys. You know they're getting you guys back together for next year." I said, "Sue, is it, baby, really?" She goes, "Yeah, it's on the internet." I'm like, "Honey, you're talking to me. Let's break away from the internet and get back to reality."
No, but it's right here on TMZ.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you don't know yet because it's on. You don't want look at TMZ.
That's our culture, though. It's
Yeah.
hilarious. She's
Yes.
living with the guy.
Yeah. You have to cut the thing.
Actually,
and-
turn your head away from the machine.
It's me.
Look
Hello.
at the person that you're talking
You could
about.
trust me, and you could trust me what I have to say about
14
this.
years together, we're good. Like,
Wow.
yeah, no, it's just rumor and wild rumor.
I remember when Guns N' Roses broke, and I was in high school, and I was a senior, and the kids, freshmen and sophomores, started listening to Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses is the first band that I had the experience of saying, what are the young kids listening to? Like, I was a senior, but I was like, what is that? Because I didn't know any, but me and my friends were listening to Led Zeppelin, and Van Halen was like where we were at. And then freshmen and sophomores that had weird haircuts and were kind of fucked up, and they were listening to this Guns N' Roses, and I was like, what the is that? Like, it was so different to me.
It was way above
it was
everything
so
else
from
out.
the gut. Oh, it was so from the gut. Like, you could hear every string of the guitars. Like, it was such tightly wound. But I went nuts for it. I loved it. I still do. Every time I hear it, I still
freaked
go
out. I
crazy.
remember that. Yeah,
it really is rare because rock and roll, especially by the '80s already, was such a being oversaturated. Every color of the spectrum's out there. To have a sound that people go that shakes everybody.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's
rarely
great.
happens.
And it's weird to be. I mean, for me, to be sort of, to be inside of the thing and not being able to experience it from anywhere.
You're not getting
else,
to be a
but-
Guns N' Roses fan. You didn't get to be. A,
Yeah, I mean,
you got to be a fan.
Like Slash, at this, it's so sort of iconic in some circles. Like Slash's top hat could have come up on that pedestal, and people would have went crazy.
Exactly.
Without even him
That's
in
how
it.
big the deal is.
So it went from us being like kind of street urchins. Really,
Right.
it was a band from the gutter, and 5 guys. That's all we had was this music, nothing else, and it was that or kill somebody, really. And,
Yeah.
Well,
it's like the Beatles coming out of Hamburg. Like, that's what made them great, was playing the rough rooms. We have beer thrown at you.
Yeah.
You're wearing leather because it's actually protecting you.
yeah, right.
Yeah, the thought that they were tough guys back when they were actually
and
in
the LA
Liverpool.
scene was such a. I mean, it was dangerous just because how strung out everybody was.
Yeah.
It was like it was hard to just survive.
Yeah.
And these guys found this. I don't know. You just tuned into this frequency.
Yeah,
I moved
played
to
this one
Hollywood.
note.
I moved to Hollywood in September of '84, and there was the Summer Olympics in Los Angeles in '84. September, the Olympics were over. So I guess what happened was the cops had cleaned up Hollywood, pushed everybody out, the hookers and the drugs and all that stuff, and there must have been some events in Hollywood, but I came right as the cops let down all the barriers.
Oh, and let everybody come down.
And the
flood back in.
floodgates
Yeah.
were open. I had no idea. I was 19 years old, and it was just dangerous. I didn't live in a high rent neighborhood.
Yeah.
I lived in like the kind of the dregs of Hollywood, and it was for real. I mean, it was on. It was dangerous. There was ghetto birds over my apartment every night. Helicopters.
Okay,
No, there was a time where you drove down Sunset and you had this feeling like, if I got out of my car, I could get killed and nobody will find me for a while.
Really that bad?
Yeah, it was just seemed and
CD.
Real
but and by the way, they came out of there and it became one of them playing the Super Bowl for 5 seconds. That only happened, again, going back to our earlier conversation, because of record stores in the 80s.
Yeah.
Because some record store owner in Indianapolis said, this sounds hot. I think this will move if I put it out there. And it grew, that's why he was able to come from the gutter up to mainstream, was through that system. It's like it's like a septic system or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Receivers. And now if you got to go directly from your playing it to iTunes, you have to go right to mainstream. There's no coming up as much anymore.
I was living in Rochester, and we got Appetite from some guy in Arizona. It wasn't available yet. People were just kind of trading it around.
Go find that.
I don't even know if it was a bootleg. I'm not even sure.
That's why the reason it excited me was because I haven't heard this, and I don't know where these kids got it.
It absolutely wasn't in my local record store. It was something that the kids at the time were just
the
passing
freshmen
around.
and sophomores in my school got it at the record store in Harvard Square.
And then they obviously changed the cover because you had controversy about the cover, right? If
Yeah,
I remember.
so-
and then it was mass. It was in every record store in America. But at first, when I discovered you guys, it was because some dude mailed it to us from Arizona.
Yeah, that record was out for a good year
Before it hit.
Yeah, and they were about to pull us off.
See, and that's because the record stores like Louis.
Yeah, because the record had legs, because it was given some time to seep out through the system, and people went, "What are those kids that I'm a little afraid of listening to?"
Yeah, I think I'm too old now. But Guns N' Roses and Nirvana, when I heard those two bands for the first time, I was like, "Holy
What is
shit,
that?
what is going on?" And I haven't had that feeling since. But then again, I'm getting older, so maybe it's passed me by. But
yeah, there is. I mean, I think there's sort of a disconnect now with younger bands coming up, and I have a feeling something's going to happen. But you're right, there hasn't been that one band
that wow moment.
rise.
Maybe there has been, but I just I'm in another world now.
Yeah, I haven't heard it.
But I can't really think of one off the top of my head that could have been, Guns N' Roses, Nirvana, and then who was next after that?
Yeah,
everyone's just still waiting for whatever Black Eyed Peas wants to do.
Yeah.
Like there isn't that kind of like Darwinist thing in the music right now, where somebody else comes around and goes,
Lady Gaga.
Forget everything you've ever heard. This is now.
Right.
Yeah.
Forget everything you've ever
like,
heard except Madonna.
Right.
Did you guys hear that thing? You probably did. What is it? Lady Antebellum, the song that they won the Grammy for.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know who that is. I don't even know what that sounds like.
You know the song I'm talking about?
I heard the song on the Grammy.
Yeah.
Did you? Okay, so Bob Rivers, he's a DJ.
Yeah, Seattle guy.
Right. He was the next day after the Grammys. He was driving to work to his DJ job. He's a Seattle DJ now, and he goes, "I know this song. I know this song is something else, and it's a Alan Parsons.
Alan Parsons project.
So he got to work and he put the two songs together. It's on that internet.
Holy shit.
And it's exactly the melody.
What Alan Parsons song? I don't know.
You got it.
Many songs by Alan Parsons.
We got it. We got
Daniel,
it.
find
Has this come out as a big deal? And it won a Grammy.
Parsons song. Wow, what
I
amazing!
didn't even notice, but the second that kicked in, it was so exact. That's great.
And that's like so much even better than George, My Sweet Love, and
yeah,
right.
That's even more exact.
Well, we were also
it's
talking
even the
about
same arrangement,
right? Lady Gaga doing Express Yourself.
It's that little.
Lady Gaga does Express Yourself.
Well, that's
fucking
where
Madonna's song.
So what's going on there?
I don't know. She do we have one of those?
Is Alan Parsons' project person going to get some cash for that?
You would assume that they're looking into it.
You don't want that going in front of a jury.
No.
Wow.
No. You heard the George Harrison one though.
Yeah. You would think you could rip off Alan Parsons because who cares? But that's one. That's a
Some
popular
guy,
one.
yeah, he's somewhere in Colorado. Like what?
I heard.
Oh, that's a drag, man. Can we get some cash for that?
That's a drag, man.
But I lied to you.
Sounds
Would
like
I
that.
say something that... Just play that quickly while it's still in our ears.
Why? Because I can't. Because it's going to show you a 30-second ad
Okay.
first. So.
Oh,
Dumb ads.
And then now the ads on.
Stupid ads.
It's
making the
interesting
internet free.
that the ads are for specific moments now. Like when you watch CNN or ABC News and it's sponsored by Kellogg's, it's one thing. But when you want to watch one moment, like a man being beaten to death in Egypt, sponsored by Target. It's like, hey,
Target.
did you know the Geico? And then a man being beaten to death in Egypt.
Doesn't seem to go.
Geico brought you this guy being beaten.
Thank you, Geico.
And aren't they funny? And what are they even?
No, the song and the song I picked off of iTunes or whatever and threw it on for the sake of the, for just to have something to hand in as a complete thing. And then John Landgraf, the guy who runs FX, when he saw it, he said, "I think Louis fits into it."
And also, I didn't know I was going to call it that. I just did that as a thing. And he said, I think Louis fits in. I like the opening. I like the song. He took it as the way the show's supposed to be. And then I needed to go get, then I needed to go get this song, Brother Louie, which was originally recorded by a band called Hot Chocolate. Mm-hmm. And then it was re-recorded by The Stories. And so we went after it, and our legal tiny department. And they said they would give us, there's the publishing and then there's the recording. The publishing is the actual, like the song lyrics and the arrangement. And that costs us, we pay $5,000 an episode for that, which for us, $300,000 show, that's a lot. That's a chunk of our budget.
Wait, is that the publisher and the artist have to get the same thing? I think that was a way to prevent.
Well, some people own both separately.
Yeah.
The master recording is a different group of people because actually, we pay Hot Chocolate for the publishing, or whoever owns their publishing because they wrote it. But the Stories version is the one that we wanted.
Okay.
Because of that guy, Louis, Ian Lloyd, that singer. The Hot Chocolate version is like 8 guys going, Louis.
Yeah.
It's not as fun. So we recorded our own version of it. Reggie Watts was a comic. He did the music for the first half of the season. And then we didn't have enough to finish it with, and we did it with other people. But he arranged and recorded the music for it that we did, which is almost identical to the Stories version. I think it's a little better. It's just a little nicer. And then we did a version where he sang it, where Reggie sang it, and it didn't work. And we tried to think of another way to create that sound, and we couldn't. I was in the studio with Reggie at like midnight, because all the music on this series, I do it with a group of musicians. It's all original music.
Wow. Jesus.
And but when we were doing the theme song, I was like, how are we going to do this? And then I thought, well, whatever happened to the Stories? Like, whatever happened to the lead singer? So I went on the internet, and I Googled Ian Lloyd. First of all, I Googled the Stories. I don't know who the f*** he was at the time. And I found a YouTube video of him doing it on American Bandstand. And Louis! And so I Googled his name, and Ian Lloyd is just a guy living in New York City. And he has a band. It's his son's band, but he's like sings. Jesus Christ. And so he's got a little website that he obviously hadn't updated since like 1989 or something. And there's an email on it. So it's like midnight, and I write a Hail Mary email. Hi, I'm a TV producer, and I want to hire you to do a job. Write me if you're interested. And the next morning, I wake up to an email. This is my current email.
Please,
this is my phone number. And he gave me his phone number. So I call him up, and he's the greatest guy in the world. And he's just happy to still be singing.
Yeah.
And I kind of asked, sort of carefully, do you still have the pipes to do what you did on the song? He said, sure, I do. And I told him, look, here's the thing. Oh, because the song, when we went to try to get it, it was like $20,000 an episode they wanted for the recording.
For the recording of it,
They wouldn't back down, and we can't afford it. So I went to Ian and I said, can we just hire you as a singer for a day? That's all I can really afford to do. I have no money for this show. And he said, well, I need you to pay me enough that I don't want to kill myself. He'd say basically, I'm happy to do this for you. I just need to have some self-respect, So I offered him some money, and he said, that's fine. And he showed up. It was one of my favorite experiences ever on the show, because he was such a good guy, and he remembered how we recorded it. He remembered there's a couple of tracks, and he harmonized with himself, and he helped us with it. And the only thing, I had him do it exactly the way he did it in the original, and his voice is a little older, but I like it that ours is a little different. And also I asked him to say, instead of Louis, you're going to cry, the second time he says, Louis, you're going to die. I just asked him to make that one change, which he did.
Wow.
And he nailed it. So we have a version that zero people believe is anything but the original Stories version.
Without having to pay
that money, which would be going to Ian Lloyd. Unfortunately, he probably himself.
He fucked himself over.
No, and I felt bad because when I did Carnegie Hall, I had this idea to have him sing live to introduce me. And I thought that would be so cool, and he'd go crazy singing Carnegie Hall. I'm sure he didn't see that coming in his future.
Yeah.
But the people at Carnegie Hall, if you do music, they charge you like you're the symphony orchestra. They get like you're the Philharmonic. So I couldn't afford it, but they printed the programs that says with special guest Ian Lloyd on my car.
Collector's item.
But no, he's a great guy, and yeah.
Goddamn,
but there's been
what a great
people
way
on
to
the
save
internet
some
that are
money.
like, this can't be the Stories version because it says you're going to die, and I have the Stories version. I've listened to both back to back.
They
And
don't
I
notice the daughter change, but they notice that fucking shit.
Yeah, that's
Could you have him sing live if you had a recording, or is it just if music's being played?
It
like
was-
if you had the music taped.
Well, at that point, I wanted to have like a little combo band, and then they said that would cost a lot, and then they said, well, you could do it with playback, and then I said, well, I just don't want to do it. So you just called me out on a lie. I really just kind of backed out on hiring him. But I never told him I was going to hire him.
For comparison, we got the original.
Oh yeah, okay.
Right at
Go
the
ahead.
hook, the
All right.
Stories version. Little slower.
He's a little grittier now, a
Yeah.
little more in his voice.
All right, and then
What made you think of this song for the show? Thank you, Lou.
Danny, you got the other one?
Buddy.
What?
Oh, you want me?
No, yeah, you got the
No, the original from the Open.
from the Open.
Louis, your
Oh, you shut it
version,
down?
your version's way better.
I think
You
like
really
it better.
updated it.
Let's see. Here we go.
My bad.
This opening is from the Hot Chocolate version. They open this way. The Stories
Right, right.
version is more 70s stringy in the beginning. Yeah, there's more strings here.
Yeah.
It sounds almost like
Sounds good.
what's the guy who did Fred is Dead? Fred is Dead.
That's what I said.
Yes, like that. Who is that guy?
Was this a popular song?
Yeah, it was a hit.
Oh, it was a big hit. Okay.
Curtis Mayfield, I think.
Curtis Mayfield. The music is a little Curtis Mayfield.
Wow.
That strings.
Wow.
Louis.
I always thought that. I thought that was the original lyric.
No.
Until right this moment.
Doesn't exist in the original.
That's fucking.
Yeah.
Your version's way better.
I love him, this crooning singer saying, "You're gonna die. You're gonna cry."
What a great anecdote.
Yeah, usually those back scenes things are boring. That was a pretty good
that
one.
was very.
that guy over.
Man, you totally
We him over with his help.
You're so fucked with his help.
Yeah.
He has horrible
He would start getting
representation.
he would start getting checks from ASCAP. They'd be coming every time the show is on Netflix,
Every
DVD, boom, boom. Instead, he got a day rate.
You had such a great experience with the guy, but you him
No,
over.
I owe Ian Lloyd. He's a good man. I always get emails from him when he's in town and stuff.
Put him in an episode.
He's a good man. No, I'm going to. He also wants to act too, so I'll put him in something.
How old is he?
I have no idea. I don't
Is he
know.
black or white?
50s, white guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Scrawny white guy
Yeah.
with a voice. Nobody has that voice. I mean, that's
No,
that's a
that's-
testament to what he did. That in 30 years later, I couldn't find anybody that could replicate that sound. There's no white guy.
That is amazing, yeah.
No, what is that?
Yeah.
What kind of? There's no. It's not soprano or something. It's just
heroin.
Yeah,
Oh, that's him right there?
yeah.
Hey, he looks all right. Hey, listen,
He's awesome.
Why don't we take a break?
Fishing captain.
Louis, you going to make it to the end with us, or do you got to go
Yeah,
somewhere?
I'll hang around.
Okay, good. Louis C.K.
So I was watching Schindler's List today. You wanted me back, man. This is what I got. I was watching Schindler's List. It's funny because Schindler's List, when it came out, was this moment, you know? It was a document and everybody talked about it. Now it's just on. It's just on TBS. And you can just flip on by, the Jews and all that, okay. And then you flip this way and you see Dudley Moore and Kirk Cameron switch bodies. And that way it's Hitler and the Jews and all that. It's just... I was watching Schindler's List, and there was a scene that really, I forgot about this scene, and there I saw it. There's a scene where all the Jews are being let out of Warsaw. They're being forced out of Warsaw. They got all their belongings on this road, and all the people that aren't Jews are watching them leave in nice clothing. It's this horrible. And there's a little girl in this scene, and she's standing on a mailbox. She's about 8 years old, and she's in a pretty dress. You remember this scene. And she's watching them. She's going, "Goodbye, Jews! Goodbye, Jews! And this really struck me, and probably the Jews too, that it happened to, because I think it must be real. There must have been that girl, and when they researched the movie, somebody told Spielberg that story, and he was like, we're doing that. That's amazing. And because I know how movies are made, I know that they had to go and find an 8-year-old girl who could nail that. So somewhere there's a tape of like 50 little girls trying to get the goodbye Jews part. And they're all cute, of course. They're all little girl actors. There's no little girl actresses that are like Sean Penn. I just do my thing, They're going from the Hannah Montana audition to the Goodbye Jews thing, taking their turn. Hi, my name's Dorothy. I'm with William Morris. All right, Dorothy, go ahead. Goodbye, Jews. Goodbye, Jews. Dorothy, you're angry at them. Oh, I'm okay. Goodbye, Jews. Goodbye, Jews. Okay, thank you, Dorothy. Next. Goodbye, Jews. Goodbye, Jews. Goodbye, Jews. Okay, thank you very much. Next. And then comes the girl whose mother prepared her for the, hi, my name is Angeline, and I'm with CAA, and I'm really happy to meet you. The sun'll come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow. Angeline, we just need the line. Oh, I'm sorry. Goodbye, Jews! Goodbye, Jews! I'll tell you this story about one time that I thought I was going to die. I think it's the only time where I thought, why wouldn't this be when I died? I was on a plane. I've been on a lot of planes and a lot of shitty weather and stuff, but this was up. I was in Indianapolis on a plane, waiting to take off, and we're sitting there, and the pilot comes on, and he says, hi, folks, the fuel gauge is broken, so we're waiting for maintenance. So we wait. About 20 minutes. Then he comes back on, folks, the fuel gauge is still broken. But we're going to go anyway. We know how much fuel we have, and we feel confident it'll be okay, so we're going to go. And I'm thinking, okay, well, he's a pilot. I'm sure he's going by some manual that says, if the fuel gauge breaks, call maintenance. If they're not there in 20 minutes, fuel gauges are overrated, just go. You're fine. Just top it off and remember what happened. So then we still don't take off. And the guy comes back on. Folks, we have another problem. LaGuardia Airport in New York won't give us clearance to take off because the weather's been bad there intermittently. So we're going to wait for that. So we wait 20 minutes. Then he comes back on. Folks, LaGuardia still hasn't given us clearance. But we're going to go anyway. We're looking at the radar. We think the weather will be fine. So what we're going to do is say that our destination is Philadelphia. We'll get clearance to go there. Halfway to Philadelphia, we'll switch course to LaGuardia Airport. We'll be there in a few minutes. I swear to God he said this. First of all, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be honest with the dude in the tower. Like, does the dude in the tower have to go, really? You're going to come on? Tell me where you're going. And why is he telling us this? Am I going to have to corroborate this lie if we get pulled over by the sky police at some point in the flight? Oh, no, we're totally going to Philly. I got a brother there, and we got a thing in Philly. But I'm still fine with it because we're travelers on the plane. Yeah, I got a thing. F*** it. I'm immortal. Just go, please. Yes. Go into marginal weather with shoddy equipment secretly. I totally support this plan. So, we take off. We get above where we are right now. and it's just a black mother of a cloud. It's just like the Wizard of Oz. It's just, there's trees throwing apples at us. It's crazy. It's just horrible, and we're the whole flight, and we're making these circles. And me and the guy next to me are both listening to the tower. You know how you can plug into your seat sometimes, and you can listen to the tower talk to the area airplanes. And we keep hearing our guy trying to get clearance to land from LaGuardia.
This is Delta 288 requesting clearance to land. It's a negative 288. Low visibility.
A few minutes go by.
This is Delta 288. We would really like clearance to land. Yeah, that's a negative 288.
Like he was getting annoyed. And meanwhile, we're just circling and burning this vague amount of fuel. We could just stop being an airplane at any second. And then we hear this. This is all true. The LaGuardia guy comes.
It's LaGuardia Airport to all area airplanes. We are closed for the night. Zero visibility. Not safe for landing. Please divert to Philadelphia or Allentown, Pennsylvania, or Boston.
And then we hear our guy.
This is Delta 20. We need to land now. We have no fuel. We have to land right now.
Wow. Interesting. Then there's a pause, and then we hear this.
Well, then clear to land, then 280. That's how he said it. Like, dude, no one can see, okay? But just, I guess all the dumb decisions you made today have made this a good one. Just take a shot. I'm going home. Just turn the lights off after you crash. I don't give a shit, frankly. By the way, you're not supposed to be here, you liar. You said you were going to Philly.
So as soon as we get clearance, we just like we start bulleting. We're either flying desperately towards the ground or falling. I don't know that there's a difference. We come out of the clouds, and there's the Earth right there. It's right there. That's what low visibility means. We come out of the clouds, and no, it's right there, Jesus! And the plane just, and you can feel the plane go, oh, fuck, I can't do that. What are you, nuts? And we go and veer over the highway, and I swear to God, I saw people in their cars go, what the fuck? And we hit the runway like sideways, like poof. And the pilot comes back on, all true, I swear to God, he's totally out of breath. He's like,
welcome to LaGuardia Airport, New York City. You may turn on your cell phones now, and you may call your loved ones.
He said that. He said you may call your loved ones. And everybody on the plane was crying and rocking back and forth, just sobbing, calling their husbands and their wives. I'm divorced. What am I going to, hi, remember you hate me? Well, I almost died. I got in a cab, and the cab driver goes, that was a very bad landing. I was like, how'd you know that was me? He's like, that's the only plane to land in 4 hours. We all watched the drivers. We said they're going to die.
So my wife decided that she wanted to get pregnant again. She decided it. And this is back in August. She told me, you need to be in town next week. I go, why? Because I'm getting, I'm ovulating. So, like, not do you want another kid, just be in town. That's how she handles it.
I'm like, I don't want another kid, so it. And she's like, all right. Next week, she starts blowing me, right? Now, she hasn't blown me in, Jesus, I don't know if I've ever been blown. That's how long it is. She's blowing me on the day she's ovulating. I'm a idiot. I'm like, yeah, you love it. Like, I think she digs me now. Fucking stupid. So she's having another baby any day now. She's due, and it's true. She's fucking the whole thing. And I'm like, okay. No, it's great. It. That's really the attitude that keeps a family together. It's not we love each other. It's it, man. It. It. Another kid. It. Why not? Let them all in. Good.
It works, but I was at the movies the other night, and I see a trailer come on.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just sitting there, and I just had to burst out. It's Louie.
Yeah. Yes,
you were huge.
I'm in a trailer. I'm like 18 feet tall.
You were huge on the screen. I'm just like, it's Louie.
You know what's great is that my dad and my mother both had the same experience because they didn't even know I was. That's how little I could call them. That's how bad a son I am. My dad was like, he's just going to see a movie, and he sees his son making a goofy stop the music for the joke.
Right? Yes.
Like,
I know.
Like
No,
the trailer,
that too.
the music's like, darn it. And then my joke. And then, that's really,
that guy in the trailer.
Really cheesy.
What movie?
It's a movie with Martin Lawrence. It's called Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins.
Right.
And he plays it's coming out in February, I guess, and he plays this. I got this call from my agent once last year during the summer saying they want you to audition for this Martin Lawrence movie. And I said, no, I don't audition for stuff because I never get it. I stink.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah. And so they because it's not just you got to go park in some place and get a validation and walk in the hot sun across it.
So there's a lot more than just standing there and auditioning.
Yeah, and then you get in there and they're like, we're so glad you're here. We're fans of your stand-up. And then you open your mouth and they go, what? Why did you come here? You're awful. So it's an awful thing to go through.
Terrible.
So I don't do it anymore. So then one day they go, this Martin Lawrence movie really wants to see you. So I said, all right, make an appointment. And they made the appointment. And then I remember it was like 3 o'clock on a Wednesday. And so it got to be 2:30. And I'm like, I'm not going. I didn't go. And
Jesus.
And so they
How did you get so popular?
You're a go-getter, Lou.
Yeah, so they call me and they go, they're offended because they actually really made a space for you. All right, make another appointment. So they made another appointment on the day I was leaving, and I got on the flight, and I remember being on the flight going, oh, boo, I forgot. And then I get to New York, and there's a script of the movie waiting for me in my apartment, and with the notes, please put yourself on tape.
There should have just been an FU note.
Yeah,
just
but they want me to get.
Screw.
I'm certainly not going to go get a video camera, set it up, make my wife talk like Martin Lawrence so I can audition for this movie, and then send it. So yeah. I said, yes, I'll put myself on tape, and I never did. And then 2 weeks later, my agent called and said, they're giving you the part.
Wow. Wow, that is a great strategy.
Yes, it is.
It's like, I don't care if I get it. I'm not going to audition.
Yeah.
You were so relaxed.
Yeah. Giving you the reason, I think, because I've cast movies and TV shows, when you go on tape, when you audition for something, you close the book on yourself. They go, okay. Because every audition kind of no matter how good somebody is. When you audition, it's disappointing. Like, even if it's like, oh, let's get Robert De Niro. And then if he auditioned, which he doesn't, obviously, you go, it wasn't what I saw. But
Could you be more De Niro?
Yeah, exactly. But when somebody's out there and they won't audition, you're like, but he might be the guy. He might be the guy. And so they didn't find anybody
You'd rather
good.
Have the element of doubt working for you.
Oh, hey, buddy. That's the first movie I ever got, and I got it that way. And I've done 2 more movies that I got without auditioning.
Love it.
Same way.
Bravo.
Same way.
Well, whatever works for you, man.
But the line in the stupid thing is he's a TV show host, and I go, you're the new Oprah. You're the male Oprah. You're Oprah bro. It's awful joke.
Yes.
Did you deliver it?
I'd love to lay it on the movie, but I made it up. It was
You're the male Oprah. Oprah bro.
It's
Yes.
awful joke.
Yes, yes.
Did you
And
deliver it?
I'd love to lay it on the movie, but I made it up. It was an ad lib.
You're Ope, bro.
Yeah.
When I saw your huge face on the screen, I wanted to yell out, "I know this guy!" until the joke.
Yeah, exactly. And then, who's that guy?
What an idiot! I was like, Louie, you want to sit over here near me?
Hey, bro.
We
I made
Jimmy's
that up.
still repeating the line.
I don't actually get it.
I don't actually
get
Well,
it.
instead of
Because
Oprah,
is that like...
He's the male
Oh,
Oprah.
yeah, that's like a bra.
Bro, which is like a black gentlemen refer
Yo,
to each other.
The word
a long time
bra
ago.
doesn't mean
Yeah.
a feminine black word, does it?
No, but it's just the No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
It doesn't need the feminine side to then have. Why don't we listen? Why don't we listen to the joke?
All right.
Okay.
Showtime.
Yeah.
America's
the music.
favorite talk show host is married television sweetheart.
You're the male Oprah. Ope Bro.
But before
There it is.
The worst part is
No,
that
I'm wrong. That's an excellent
I know,
joke.
it's really good. The worst part is that the guy, the director, kept telling me to laugh at the joke.
That's you laughing?
He goes,
Okay.
you got it. You have to really, you're being funny and you're making a joke. Everything I do in the movie where I'm saying anything that's funny, which is never, he says, you have to laugh really hard because you're being funny.
Did you have to wear the
I'm laughing. I'm LOLing
Who directed
all
this?
of my jokes.
Who directed
I'm
this?
one of those jackasses that writes a joke and then says LOL to himself.
Yeah. Did you have to wear the Bluetooth through
Director-
the whole movie?
Yes, I did. I'm wearing a Bluetooth.
I see that. I see a
Bluetooth.
still. There he is.
Are you meant to be like a manager type of guy or something?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Let me hear it again.
You're the male Oprah. Ope Bro.
But before they start their new family, he's taking her back home to meet his.
That's it.
That was a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
laugh, though.
It was a funny
Who's
joke.
the director?
It
He
was
sounds
easy
like
to
he
laugh
knows
at.
comedy.
Malcolm Lee, Spike Lee's cousin.
Cool, because he's right, though. That is the way to do it. Is you should always laugh after you say something funny.
Yes, always.
Good thing Spike didn't think that way.
Yeah.
Malcolm X, he would have said, go, "Hrr," after you say anything tough. You've been hoodwinked.
Hoodwink. Let's go to Jared in Boston. Jared, what's up?
Hey.
Hey.
What's up, Jared?
Oh, give him the Jimmy Boo.
No,
not the Jimmy Boo.
My does that to me when I tell a bad joke in the relationship. We'll actually be laying around. I'll say something awful, and if it's really bad, she'll go, "Thanks, Uncle Jim," or she'll just go, or she'll just go, "Boo." She boos me in our personal life.
Hey, we got a taser story.
Reminding her that you're permanently older.
I've never seen so much advertising for one film in my entire
Oh my
life.
God, it's embarrassing.
And,
yeah.
and it doesn't look good.
Well, that's why all the advertising.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They don't do that over where you're from.
No.
Over here, if you see a commercial for a movie over and over again, it means it blows. When I see Vince Vaughn on that big wheel in the print ad,
Crazy.
it just cracks me up. It's like, why would a big guy like Vince Vaughn be on a big wheel?
I know, that must
being
be-
chased and stuff, and I laugh every time I see it.
Oh, because
He's too big for that.
Of course
big
he
for that.
is.
Totally too big for it.
Oh, it's just silly.
It's just so silly. Why would a big fella do that?
I know.
And then my mind runs through all the other little things that he can be on as
Yes.
a big fella.
Exactly.
And I'm like, I can't wait to see what things they chose. To put on. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.
You can go to the tape whatever you want, man. You're old, bro.
Yeah, wonderful. Oh, bro. Yeah. Here's more from the crazy Polish guy. You gotta laugh.
Oh, yeah, sorry. You're old, bro.
Yeah, he's in a movie and we're doing a dumb radio show. I know. Yeah, we're idiots.
Yeah, I got $100,000 for a week's work.
Really?
Wow.
For that joke?
For that show.
It's supposed to be 200.
Tell me you
Yes.
do other jokes just as
What?
good. There's like four
No,
or
that's
five.
the best one.
That's the best one.
That's the best one.
100 grand.
He's gonna have the
Yep.
very best of Louis C.K. He's gonna have
That's
7
right.
jokes. That's one of them.
That's right. That's right. That's gonna be number one.
Here's Jay Black.
Look, I can tell my friends that I know the guy who says the Oprah joke.
That's right.
I'm going to be like the king back in England.
That's right.
When
I
that
mean, that's
movie
what I'm
gets
gonna-
released on DVD.
That's what I'm going to be to black people after that movie comes back.
It's Oprah.
Oprah guy.
Hey, Oprah guy.
Yeah.
All right, here's more.
That's gonna be on my posters when I go on tour. Oprah, Louis C.K.
Here's more from the crazy Polish guy.
Despite 2